I'm Lauren. I'm a young adult writer, and today I want to show you how to make a really easy and beautiful looking author website using Squarespace. I've been making websites since I was 14. I actually had an SNL fan site, but that's a story for another day. And making websites used to be really freaking hard. I put off making my author website for a while because I thought it would be a lot of work. And then I found Squarespace, and it took me forever to set up because there were so many different options. So I decided to make this tutorial to show you just how easy it is to use Squarespace if you know the right parts of Squarespace to use. Squarespace is insane. You're getting like thousands of dollars of web design for under 20 bucks a month. But it's aimed at people making all different types of websites, so it can be really difficult to figure out which parts of Squarespace you actually need to use. It took me hours to even figure out what template to use. I was just so overwhelmed and I wanted to pick the right one. I didn't want to have to redo it. So I'm going to show you the few parts of Squarespace you actually need to understand to make a really great author website. The template that I'll be showing you has a simple homepage, an about page, a contact page, and then optionally, a blog and a page to show the books that you're currently writing or that you have published. But if you don't have any blog posts or any books to put on your site, do not let that stop you from making this site. You can always put those up later if you want to. But before I get started with the tutorial, I just want to answer a few questions that some writers on Twitter asked me when I mentioned that I would be making this. The first is, when should I make my author website? And I think you should make it right now. I think that once you write, you're a writer. And making a website is a really great way to show yourself and your friends and family, if you want to show them, that this is your career, that you're serious about it. You can put your author website in your bio on Twitter or Instagram. It's a great way to connect with other writers. The second thing that I heard a lot was just, I'm too overwhelmed, I can't do this. So not really a question, but I definitely feel that. I put off making my site for years, and that's why I'm making this tutorial. But even if you can follow this tutorial really quickly, you still might be overwhelmed thinking, I don't have a professional headshot, I should wait until I have that. I don't have any blog posts, I should wait until I have that. I don't know how to write a bio about myself, what do I say? Just take a deep breath. Set aside a few minutes one day to write your bio. Set aside a few minutes another day, have a friend grab the newest phone that you have and just take a photo. I had my fiance take a photo with my iPhone outside of our apartment, and that's what I use as my headshot. And then set aside an hour to another day to follow this tutorial, and then you can simply copy and paste the bio you already wrote and upload your headshot. The third question I got was, should I work on blog posts before I put up a website? My answer is no, you don't need to have blog posts. If you do end up writing those in the future, you can always add them on, but don't wait until you have already written a certain amount of stuff to put up a site. Once you have that site, it'll be a nice home for anything you write in the future. All right, so I'm gonna get to the tutorial. When you're done, please sign up using the link in the video description below, laurenkWrites.com/Squarespace. I really hope you enjoy it and that it helps to take the anxiety out of making your website. This is the site we'll be building in this video. This is the home page. Here's the about page. This is the page for fiction or your current works in progress. Here's the blog, and here's the contact page. All right, let's get started. The current version of Squarespace, which as of today is 7.1, doesn't actually matter which template you choose. They're all customizable and pretty similar, so don't really worry about this step. I like to draw, so that's the one we'll be using in this video. After that, you just want to sign up and name your site. I would suggest using your name, as this is what will appear as your logo. From there, you can add a logo. I used a great and affordable person from Fiverr, and I will include a link below to their profile. But don't let this stop you from putting up a site. It looks really nice, even if it's just your name as the logo, and you can always add a different logo later. After that, click the next button at the bottom of the screen. Squarespace will now display different font collections that you can choose from, so you can pick one or just stick with the default collection. Then click next again and choose your color palette. Squarespace has already done the work of pairing complementary colors together, so you can't go wrong here. Then click Done. Then click Pages in the top left. So Pages is going to be your new best friend. This is the section you will be editing the most. As you'll see, this website comes with a few different pages. We're going to change some and throw others away. The links in the main navigation are the ones you will see at the top of your website in the header navigation bar. The ones in the not linked section are pages that work but are not shown in that top navigation. You can simply click and drag the pages, between the two sections if you want them to appear in the main navigation or not appear. Now we're ready to start editing. In a fun twist of fate, I thought I was such a Squarespace pro, and then I literally spent 10 minutes completely unable to edit these pages. A little edit button is supposed to show up in the top left, and it wasn't there. This is the downside of Squarespace. Sometimes the simplest things can be impossible to find. But after a little Googling, I realized I just had to reload the page. And there we go. So now we have that edit button up in the top left. And that's what we want to click. We're going to be using that button a lot, so click that, and now we can edit the home page. As you insert text, you'll see a formatting section that appears, which allows you to change the orientation of the text and the fonts. So you can play around with that a little to see the different built-in fonts and sizes. Now I'm clicking this little edit pen, going to background and clicking delete. This lady looks nice, but she's going by. And now we're getting to probably the best part, which is that Squarespace automatically integrates with Unsplash images. You can use Unsplash even if you're not on Squarespace, but it's nice that they're built in. So you click search images and then just enter a keyword. I'm using writing. Pick an image and then add it to the site. Another overwhelming thing about Squarespace is that the templates tend to be geared towards full-fledged businesses. And as a writer, you might be thinking, oh no, what do I put? I give up. Don't stress. We just need to delete most of it. So we're just going to be clicking this little red trash can icon a lot. Now we're at the footer, so just click Edit Footer. First, I'm going to remove the Schedule a Consultation button. In its place, I'm adding a newsletter. Sure, you may not have a newsletter, and also people may not sign up for it right away, other than your mom or a nice friend. But it looks great to have, and you'll be all set to start collecting emails once you have your first big blog post or book out. Setting up a newsletter used to be pretty much the biggest pain in the world, but it's all completely built into Squarespace, so why not use it? So, when you're adding in a new element, and this took me like 8 hours to figure out, and is honestly the reason I'm making this video, you need to hover over a corner until you see a little gray bubble. This is so important that I'm going to show it to you again. Then just click that bubble, and it doesn't matter which bubble you click or where you put the bubble, because you can always move things around. Okay, so now you're going to see all of Squarespace's built-in elements, and we're looking for the newsletter, so we're going to click that. So I'm just going to change around the title, and then click storage to see where people's emails are going. That's built right in, so you don't actually need to change anything. Okay, now let's get back to raising through the rest of this footer, deleting pretty much everything here, and you'll notice that as things go away, everything readjusts really nicely. So I'm going to remove these links and add in Squarespace's social link block. Once again, I'm finding a gray bubble, clicking and then adding in social links, and I'm going to remove LinkedIn and then just type in my Instagram handle, and it will automatically populate the correct logo. And then I'm just going to adjust the way these links appear. Now I'm just going to scroll back up and add an image so the homepage looks a little less boring. So I'm just going to click the little pencil icon and then go to background, search images, and type in writing, pick a nice looking image, select, add to site. Okay, so now the writing is a little hard to read, so we're just gonna go up to colors and just play around with the different options that Squarespace gives until we find one we like. And then after that, we're gonna go to background, scroll down to overlay opacity, and just change that around until we find what we like. Then I'm clicking save, I'm going to edit, I'm clicking edit site header, I'm going to elements, and I'm just going to change contact us so it says contact me, and I'm going to add in social links to the header. Then I'm clicking back and clicking save. Then I'm going to go to the About Us page and click the gear so that I can change the title to About Me. Then I'm going to save that and delete the Our Service pages because we don't need that. Now I'm going to edit the About Us page, change the title to About Me, then go to the pencil icon, go to background, search images, add in another Unsplash image, adjust the colors and the opacity, and then paste in my bio right down below. Adjust the size. Now I'm finding another gray bubble. I'm clicking this and adding image. I'm going to go to upload an image, add in my headshot, click apply, and now I'm putting my mouse over so it forms a little hand. This took me a really long time to figure out. And then I'm just dragging it. And so that's how you can move things next to one another, left, right, up, down, showing you this a few times because I did not know it existed. All right, and now we're gonna click the trash icon, get rid of that nice lady. And now our about page is all set. So we're gonna hit save. Now we're gonna go to the gear, change contact us to contact me, hit save. And now we're gonna edit the contact page. Once again, going to the background, search images. You know the drill by now. Add an unsplash image, change the color and the opacity. Get rid of all the stuff that we don't need. And now this form is great. It's built into the site. So if anyone wants to contact you, they just fill out the form. I am just going to get rid of a field, change additional message to just message. The only way for you to get this form to work though, is if you set up storage. So you just have to connect it to an account. I'm using Google Drive. And then if you try to save it, it still won't work. You just have to name the spreadsheet for where it will save in your Google Drive. And then click apply. Now I'm gonna go find a great bubble just so I can add a little text above this form. And we're all set. So I'm going to save this page. Now I'm going to main navigation, clicking the plus sign and adding a blank page. I'm going to call this fiction, and this is where I'm just going to add a little info about the book that I am working on. And then I'm going to click edit, click the little blue plus sign, and we get a pretty overwhelming response from Squarespace. We're just going to click add blank in the left, go to background, add an image. Then I'm going to click the blue plus sign, add another blank section, and I'm just going to paste in an altered form of my query letter for a comment down below. Just going to adjust the size. Looks pretty good. And one other thing that I wanted to show you is that if you want to change the size of this main image, you just go back to that little edit pen, go to format, and then in section height, you can change between small, medium, and large. Okay, and then I'm just going to save that page. Now we're going to go edit the blog. So the first thing I'm going to do is click the gear icon on the blog so I can delete all of those, sure, lovely posts about retirement planning and taxes. Then I'm going to click the plus sign so I can add a post. What's nice about blogs is if you copy them from anywhere else, Squarespace generally preserves the formatting. I copied this directly from Medium and there was nothing I had to do. So then I'm just going to click publish. And then I'm going to add one more post. Once again, just copying and pasting it directly in here. Clicking publish. Now we've got a blog. I'm going to go back to the official blog page by clicking edit on top. Then I'm going to click the little pencil icon so I can add a background image to the blog page. And then over here, I just want to show you, if you click on imported, it'll show you all of the images that you've already uploaded, so you don't ever have to upload an image more than once. Okay, so going back here, finding an image for the blog page, saving it, and now the blog is all set. So now I'm going to go back to the home page and scroll down past the main image to this white space. Here I'm going to add in little one-liners that will link to each page on the site. We don't actually need this because we do have links to each of these pages in the top navigation bar, but I think it looks nice and it helps to fill out the site. So I'm just going to highlight this text, go to the link icon, then go to the gear icon, then click pages, then select the page, click save, and it's gone because I forgot to hit apply. So I'm going to do it again, select the text, go to the link icon, go to the gear icon, select pages, select the proper page, click save, and this time I'm going to remember to hit apply. And then I just did that for each of the links. Once again, selecting the site, going to the gear icon, selecting the page, clicking save, clicking apply, and now our home page is all set. So now I'm just going to show you how the website looks on mobile by clicking the mobile icon at the top right. There's nothing you actually need to do here. This is all built into Squarespace. I just want to show you what it looks like. So if I go up to the top right, I can click the menu, go to the About page. Here's what this page looks like. click on the mobile icon again in the top right to exit that. And now I'm going to click the arrow on the top right to preview what the website looks like live. So there's the homepage, looking pretty good. So now it's time to subscribe, because the only way to get this site online is if you pay Squarespace. So now I'm going to go to the bottom center of the screen and click subscribe. One thing to note is that Squarespace defaults to the annual payment. So if you want to pay monthly, just click that little bubble and then select a plan. I suggest personal or business. I use the business account because it includes a free Gmail account for my business address. Insert your info and then go to settings, domains, get a domain, choose a name, register it, and then the final step is to change your page from private to public. Click save, and now you're all set. You've got a professional author website. Great, and that is all. Now hopefully you have a beautiful looking website, which I would love to see. Please include a link to your site in the comments down below. To sign up, please just use the link in the video description, laurenkWrites.com/Squarespace. And if there are any future tutorials you would like me to make or any questions you have for me, please also include those in the comments. And thanks so much for stopping by.